Tony D and Little Joan with a kind of a mixed video here. I want to tell you about my trip to my radio contest prize at Bally's from Sojo 104.9. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 15. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So first off, thanks again to Sojo 104.9 for giving me the prize. That was very nice of them. I just won it at random. And good for them. I don't blame them at all in the story I'm about to tell you, okay? They are perfectly fine. They handled everything well on their end. But they are not the casino, okay? So me and my girl went last night to Bally's Casino in Atlantic City, and I had called ahead of time because I had won a free night stay and a $300 food and beverage voucher, okay? Now, I had never used one of these before. I've heard other people using them. I never bought them or had them. But I won this contest, so I figured I'd call and find out exactly what I could use it for. Okay? So I did. The woman on the phone from Bally's told me, oh, you can use it for dinner, and then whatever's left over, you can use it in the cafe the next day. And I said, oh, that sounds perfect. Because $300, it's an expensive restaurant. It's their steakhouse that they just reopened, I think. Or maybe recently, I don't know. So the food's, pretty high end. And then I figured, yeah, there'll be something left. So we went to the steakhouse. Great night, great dinner. Food was top notch. I had New York aged steak, which I had never had before. I always wanted to have. They age it first and then they cook it. We had shrimp and oysters and salads and French onion soup and all kinds of stuff. So the bill comes out, and I'm like, whoa, glad I don't have to pay this. And they say you just put your room number on it. Okay? So I do that, and then I put the gratuity, which was about $47. Okay? And I said, oh, I got plenty left in the voucher. So I put the 22% instead of 20. Give the waitress a little extra. Why not? It's not my money. And I had about $20 left for the next morning. I said, okay, I'll spend the $20, and if it costs any more than that, I'll just pay the rest. So then we went on with our evening. We got changed. We walked the boardwalk. We had a good time. Stayed up way too late. And then next morning, rolled out of bed. Now, before we went to sleep, I was trying to call the front desk to find out when checkout was, because I assumed I had to use the voucher before I checked out because it was like charged to the room and I wanted to do that. Nobody was answering the phone at the front desk. I called them like 3 times. I'm like, that's annoying. Why isn't anybody answering the phone? And I called them like after midnight. So I'm not sure what they were doing after midnight that they were so busy, but I guess they were busy and couldn't answer the phone. Next morning, I called them when we got up, around 9-ish. Nobody's answering the phone. Well, now they're probably busy, I figure, but whatever. So we go downstairs, and the cafe's sort of down there. It's on a different floor, but whatever. I wait in line. I go to the front desk. I say, excuse me, what time's checkout? And they say 11. And then they add, in a not too friendly tone, it's $25 an hour every hour after. And I'm like, oh, well, that's not great, but okay. I can forgive that. Like, they're busy and I'm asking stupid questions, I guess. So I figured I got plenty of time to get to the cafe and use up the rest of my voucher. So we go to the cafe, have a breakfast, go to use my voucher. Now, my girlfriend didn't want anything to eat. It was too early for her or whatever. Or she just didn't feel like eating. So I had a sandwich and a drink. So it's only about $20 some. I mean, it's a casino. It's a little pricier, but whatever. I got $20 on my voucher at least, and I'll pay for the rest. I go to use it, and they go, "Oh, we can only take cash from you, sir." And I'm like, "No, I got this voucher and a room thing." They're like, "No, can't help you." So I figure, okay, there must be some mistake at the front desk maybe. I'll clear it up at checkout. I pay for it. I figure, oh, maybe they'll give me a voucher or give me my money back. So then I go to checkout. We get our stuff, and I go into the line to check out for the day. And I finally, it's kind of a wait, but I get up there. I can already tell my front desk person is not too happy. Now, in her defense, it was busy. Everybody's checking out. And I guess she's having a rough day. But, I'm trying to explain that I had this voucher and I won this contest. And she's like, "Sir, you have to spend the voucher on the day you have it." And I was like, "Yesterday?" She's like, "Yeah." And I'm about to tell her, like, "But that's not what you said on the phone," when she goes, "Your total is 47, I think it was 95. I go, 47.95? She goes, "Yes, it doesn't include gratuities," which I didn't know, and they didn't tell me. So I'm like, okay, I guess so. But then I was like, but wait a minute. That means I had like $70 left on my voucher, which would have more than covered my breakfast. And now I paid for my breakfast. And then she goes, "Your bill is $149. To which at that point, I exclaim pretty mildly, "What the hell?" And she goes, "Sir, you can't curse at me," and walks away. Now, I wasn't cursing at her. I was kind of exclaiming, when you say, "Oh, what the hell?" Like you're confused. I mean, I guess she is a precious flower who hasn't heard that word before, but whatever. So then the manager comes out, and I'm trying to explain things to him. And I forget exactly the exchange, but at some point he said, "Well, sir, you did curse at her." And I'm like, hold up. I said, all I said was hell, and I didn't say it at her. I mean, what are we doing here? And he, to me, was rushing me. And I don't like being rushed. And I said, "Come on, grow up." It wasn't like I cursing her out. Now he gets mad and starts walking away. And I go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." And I wind it back. I go, "Come here. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm trying to get..." She told me my bill was $149. Like, I'm into this for $149, and I don't know how I got here for a free prize at a radio station. So he goes, "Well, see, there are two screens, sir. And on one screen, it was $100 for your room. And then on the other screen was $47 for the gratuity that you owe us." Which is irritating, right? Like, there's a way to present this in customer service so you don't irritate the customer. Like, and he's explaining to me her job, which I don't give an F about. Like, why are you explain? And I finally go, whoa, wait. I'm not a front desk guy. I don't care what's going on in the screen here. I just care that I'm being charged $149, and that's what she asked of me. And he goes, "Okay, well, I'm going to send her back out here, and then you just pay the gratuity." And at this point, I'm like, "Yeah, okay. Let's do that." So he sends her back out, and now the princess checks me out, and I'm out. At that point, I'm like, F this place. And we left. So, other than that, I had a nice time. But I would never go back there. I would never spend my money there. To be nickel and dime the next morning was an outrage to me. All over, I mean, really, I should have gotten that free sandwich at minimum. At minimum, I should have gotten my free breakfast sandwich. And had I known gratuities weren't included, I probably would have gotten like steak and eggs or something more expensive. I probably would have gotten 4 things and had them wrapped up. Because that was my prize. And to me, normally when you win a prize, the whole point of giving the prize out is so the prize winner gets treated like a king, and then everybody asks, "Hey, how was your prize?" And you go, "Oh, it was awesome." Right? Like, I had a great time and you should go to this place. Instead, I'm making this video telling you about my frustration. So then today, before I made this video, I tried to call the place. I said, you know what? Let me call corporate and see if I can at least complain. So I try to call. The guy answers the phone and goes, "Oh, I don't know who you should talk to. Let me transfer you to the front desk." Now, the night before, I called the front desk 3 times. They didn't answer. I called them in the morning. They didn't answer. This time they answer, and I go, "Hello?" And click, they hung up on me. So then I called their corporate office in Rhode Island, figured, I'll take care of these guys. I'm going to call their corporate office. That number didn't work either. For some reason, I got cut off. So I'm at the website, and I'm like, well, I can write not an angry, but a lengthy email detailing my lack of experience at Bally's, which I did. So it seems very avoidable bad experience. Like, okay, I had to pay that gratuity, which, by the way, is lame. All right, you give me a $300 voucher. I should be able to burn it all up. We're talking about a hotel casino. The hotel casino can't reach into their pocket and hand their employee a little bit of cash because I decided to give it to them. Seems like that would be a win-win. Okay, they're going to lose $47, but so what? They were planning on losing $300, and I guess they figure, well, most people don't spend it all, but really, you're gonna do this over $47? Most people gamble and spend extra money even on top of what you give them, which we did because we went to the bar and we didn't gamble. The other reason we didn't gamble, besides that we were having a bad experience, was the night before I wanted to go get a casino card. Now normally they give you this casino card, so when you gamble they keep track of how much you gamble, and then you get free stuff, maybe or free offers. So I thought, I'll get the card, and they usually give you like $10 in slots. So we were gonna go like play $10 in slots just for the hell of it. I'm not really a slot person, but so we tried to get the card at night. They were like, well, the office, we can't give you the free offer. So you either, you could take the card now, but you won't get the free offer, or you could wait till tomorrow morning when it opens at 10. And I was like, okay, we'll gamble in the morning, I figured, which was another thing we planned to do. So after my experience with the front desk and our checkout, we went over to get the card, and I figured, well, at least we'll play $10 in slots. And there was a sign in the casino where you can get $45 in slots if you download this app, right? So I downloaded it, and I said, oh, here's where I get my money back. I'll get the $45 in free slots. We'll go play slots. Hopefully, I'll at least break even, and I'll win the money back. So we get there, and I'm like, okay, I hear you got to deal with the app. I downloaded it in my phone. And the woman behind the counter is like, okay, here's how you get the free $45. See, it's an app where you can gamble online, my understanding. And you have to deposit $10, and then we give you an extra $45, I guess, to gamble with. So already I'm like, oh, this isn't happening. She goes, then eventually you get an email where you're going to get a voucher for $45. So I'm like, well, that's not going to happen today. I said, I don't want to do all that. Can you please tell me what I get if I just get the card? Because, again, usually they give you $10, $20. She goes, well, we're not giving any slots out. We are giving hats and T-shirts. And I'm like, yep, okay, we're done. And so we left. So that was my experience at Bally's. If anybody from Bally's is listening, no, I don't want to go to your casino anymore. It didn't take much to sour me on it. I was having a great experience. I could have forgiven the nobody answers the front desk except the one time. I could have forgiven the parking garage elevators that smelled like BO. and we were in a bar, and the whole platform was shaking every time people walked across a certain portion of it. I could have forgotten all that if I just got my breakfast sandwich, which I deserved as part of my voucher. Like, I wasn't mad about paying for the gratuity. I think that's lame, but I kind of understand that. It's stupid, especially for a guy who won a radio contest. You ought to just say, oh, well, for him, we'll let you do whatever you want and let you spend the money however you want. Like somebody else who maybe got it through a corporate thing or paid for it, like, okay, there's going to be some restrictions on it maybe. But for somebody who won it, you want it to be like the best time ever. In my view, I mean, am I crazy to expect that? Like, to expect like a contest to be like, oh, you want a contest? Here you go. You can spend the $300 like it's money. Like, I didn't expect to be able to go there and say, yeah, I'm not going to have any food. Give me $300. Like, I wouldn't expect that. But, like, yeah, I think I can spend, as long as I'm spending the money in the casino, I think that's more than fair. And I think giving a gratuity for someone who works in the casino is a win-win for everybody. But that's just me. That's just my opinion, Bally's. So, yeah, that was my Bally's experience. Not good. Not good. And, I hadn't been on the Atlantic City Boardwalk in a while. So this really doesn't apply to Bally's, but the Atlantic City Boardwalk in general starting to go downhill again. I mean, they had sort of pushed out old Atlantic City, the remnants of it, which I miss. And now it resembles, like, there's a lot of vape shops and t-shirt places, but they're not even nice anymore. Like, they were kind of nice at one point. Now they're kind of, like, everything looked run down to me. Some of the places were empty. It's like if you built a boardwalk in a city like Atlantic City, it should be nice for the tourist. I get that the city has its problems, but the boardwalk should be nice. Should look nice. It didn't look all that nice. It kind of looked like, I don't really want to eat here. I don't want to spend my money here. I don't want to walk around with money in my pocket here. Kind of not nice. So, yeah. That was my experience in Atlantic City. I mean, you might say I complained. I still had a good time with my girl. I can have a good time just about in any situation. And me and my girl are having a great time, so that's fine. But, like, it just annoyed me that the contest, wasn't as cool. I mean, am I being unreasonable? Am I being unreasonable? I don't think I am. Comment in the comments if you think I'm being unreasonable or if I'm being reasonable. You can vote. We'll take a vote. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on the green site, the orange site, or the black site. We'll see you tomorrow.